welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's edition of Sketch Sunday. And this week's edition of Sketch Sunday is a very, very special one for a few reasons. As you know, for the last few months now, Crystal from Pineapple Papers and myself have been revisiting Christy's from Christy's Beautiful Life, her 4 series of 30 days of sketches. We have had a variety of lovely scrappy friends join us. We have had some lovely subbies choosing our sketches. We've just had a ball. And today's edition, none other than our lovely friend Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. She chose the sketch and she is also joining us this week because this week marks the last edition, for 1 month only, the last edition of Sketch Sunday. We will be taking a break from Sketch Sunday in this form for the month of April because Christy is launching Series 5. So on the 1st of April, come back. Christy is launching Series 5. Crystal and I are both joining her for the entire month. And we have a couple of other friends joining us as well. Shannon from She's Crafty. And I think Daisy from Daisy Scraps is joining us as well. I'm not sure if Daisy is able to join us every single day, but she will be joining certainly as much as she possibly can. So we'll be taking that temporary break, but we will be here with 5 videos most days in April. So Christy chose this lovely sketch from series 2, from the second series, and it was day 3. And she actually chose it. I don't think Christy chose it randomly. She chose it because she loved it. And that's fun. It's a Laura Whitaker sketch. We all love Laura Whitaker sketches. So another advantage of this sketch is it is a lovely Laura Whitaker sketch. So let's see what I came up with today. And I'm pretty true to the sketch again this week, at least fairly close. So I started, of course, with my white cardstock here in the background. And look at that, people. I did not frame the entire. I did not ink the edges. I did not outline it. However, I did, of course, true to the sketch, do this lovely strip down the right-hand side. Did a little bit of mixed media. And then, of course, I filled my little corner. So what I've definitely added here to the sketch is this lovely filled little corner as, of course, a nod to another one of my scrappy besties. There you go, Helen. You've got me doing it pretty much all the time now, and I love it. And that way, I feel as though the white cardstock things are not falling off the edge. So otherwise I stayed pretty true. I got my hexagon stencil out. As you know, that's one of my focuses, one of my stencil focuses for March. So I got my, and I just did some inking this time. And I think I used, I'm not sure if I used Not Quite Navy or Midnight Muse. Anyway, I did use Stampin' Up! Inks, that's for sure. I used, these 2 papers come from my Indigo and Ivy collection, but then the rest comes from my How to Kill a Kit with Style, the more colorful bits that I added. In particular, this is, in all reality, all the bright color that you're seeing here, I think that's kind of what comes basically from one 6x8 sheet from the Vicki Boutin Kaleidoscope collection. One little square here. This just some thin little strips that I cut 2, not quite ½ inch, I think they're 3/8 of an inch, strips that I put down here. Just use my scallop punch down here to get a little bit of interest. Did a little bit of that mixed media in this corner, and then of course here. I have a little bit of a boo-boo there, but I don't know if I'm gonna try and add something to that or just roll with it. So I did my hexagon stenciling in the back with just some ink. Oh, and then of course this piece of paper, which is also from Indigo and Ivy, is the piece that is here. And then this is maybe where I went a little bit differently, in that I tucked in a couple of extra little pieces here instead of doing like a full embellishment cluster here, because I really wanted my mixed media to shine through, and I felt that the way that I had done it really wouldn't allow for it to shine through if I did a large cluster here. So maybe I hadn't planned the mixed media positioning all that well. But anyway, so I chose to go with a little bit more layering here, and I kind of like that. And then that sort of gave me the idea for the cluster here, sort of just sort of a little bit, I guess, in a geometric pattern, and having these two scraps already on my desk sort of in that pattern. If I cut them along with the colors, they turned into these geometric shapes. I had, this is another piece of paper from the Kaleidoscope collection, which is for these two, and mine are maybe a little bit wider. So I put them here, and then I use the scrap here to add, and I put this askew, my little triangle. And I love this kind of thing with a little bit of overlapping. I do love, I realized as I was doing that this may be one of my little signature cluster type embellishments. I added a flare from the lovely flare bowl on my desk and finished off this entire color of glimmery enamel dots. Here's my cluster here. And then, so once I had all of this down, then of course I got into that mode of, ooh, that corner is not filled, or everything's falling off, or I have to do some outlining or inking. I didn't feel either the outlining or the inking. So I had a few extra little scraps from this paper and this paper on my desk. So I just made this much smaller cluster up here, and did not add a flare up here because I felt it would be too big. So just put the enamel dots, put my title here, the A-Team. This is again from Davis Cup in November of 2019, when Canada reached the finals against Spain. I have actually scrapped a couple of the players after winning a game before, but I had not scrapped the team at the presentation ceremony of being the runners-up to the Davis Cup, which is really, as I've mentioned before, such a historical feat and such a feat for Canadian tennis. I'm so proud of this game. So I also had some chipboard on my desk, and this is from my How to Kill a Kit with Style. It's from Gingham Farm. This is us. Put that there. These are from, now is this from Field Trip maybe? The thickers, I know they're Chamel. Are they from Field Trip? I think they're from Field Trip. Not Box of Crayons. I do think they're from Field Trip. These lovely foam thickers with sort of chipboard on top. These were just in my stash, and I think these are older little flat stickers from a Simple Stories Puppy and Kitty sticker collection. So I got that on there. So there you have it. That is my take on this week's sketch. Let me put it back here for a moment in case you would like to pause the video and take a screenshot. So we will see you back here in May, more than likely. I'm saying that now. I'm not sure that Crystal and I have talked about that. Have we talked about that, Crystal? I guess I better message you because I am recording this a fair amount early. I'm recording this mid-March. So, but in the meantime, join us in April for Series 5 of 30 Days of Sketches. Pop on down below. Go see, of course, what Crystal, her beautiful project for today, and Christy's beautiful project for today. Thank you so much. And tell me, what have you enjoyed the most about the 30 Days of Sketches Revisited, the Sketch Sunday? Is it that we've had so many different takes? Is it that we've randomly chosen sketches over the last 4 series? Is it that we were involving you as our subbies and having guests? Have you used any of the sketches? Have you scrap lifted us on any of them? And if you have and you haven't tagged us or linked us to a video, please do so in this one. And I will see you again very, very soon on my channel. Thanks for being here as always. Bye.